slowly going live indeed. Put a little pause there. Hello, hello. Just move this window just a tiny bit that way. There we go. Hello, hello. Good to be back. Got a little bit of the hiccups, it's alright. I can deal with those. That is not the worst of my problems here today. That is... I saw the notification, but my phone's... Oh, okay, it's not even important. I'm stuck. There we go. That took care of my problems. All of them, indeed. Gonna move my phone back closer. Alright. So we're looking for the plasma beam. That is the only thing that's stopping us from going to the end of the game. Beating it. Good to see you two as well. Good to be back. Finishing hopefully today. I do have... There's one check I know I could do in Chozo Ruins, which actually has a good chance of containing the plasma beam, because it makes sense logically speaking. It's one of the few places really that's open to me without the plasma beam, so I'm hoping it's here. If not, I've definitely missed something. But other than that, just doing the same old song and dance. I don't know if you saw it. Best way to get to it is here. I didn't have to roll it to a ball yet, but it's fine. I do want to now. I don't know if you saw it earlier, because Pokemon is weird sometimes, but the Mega Evolutions update is out and about. Find that plasma. But it's got a whole research tab to do, which will help you. Yeah, I only just saw it because it just popped up on my feed of my notifications. But yeah, there's a new research thing which should give you a Mega Evolved Beedrill when completed all the way through, so that's fine and dandy. But that's good. That's something for me to do now on my account, because I did all the other research. But should be good. Have to still figure out. I know there's also raids which will have Mega Evolutions as well. I don't know how powerful they're going to be. As far as I understand, yeah. Alright, I need to destroy these hives, because they will keep spawning the bees until I get rid of them. Now I can take out the bees. Okay. There we go. There's one. I need Super Missile to get rid of these two things so I can scan behind them for these runic symbols, not those. But yeah, it's a temporary battle thing. It's been so long since I've had to do this that I'm not quite sure where the things are at. I was pretty certain it was the hole behind the pillar thing, but maybe I'm just not good. Yeah, there's two of them. Pretty certain both behind pillars. I'm just probably not looking. Yeah, I have to look higher. That's what it is. That's all it was. So the other one should be back here. There it is. That is actually tricky to get to, because you can't really look all the way straight up. It's slightly complicated. But yeah, I'll have to sit down and start figuring out how the Mega Evolutions work. The nice thing is, if you see a Mega Evolved raid happening, it's gonna look different. They'll look different, like the Mega Evolved Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur have a pretty distinct look to them, so it's not too terrible. Alright, so I have to fight Chozo Ghosts here, but I have X-Ray Visor, which wasn't even that button, And I have super missiles. Okay, they are invincible there, but super missile came back to finish the job. One super missile, and then basically a charge shot will do the trick. And just hit him a couple times. There we go. Gotta go find the last guy. He's somewhere. Oh, right behind me. Do that. Switch to X-ray visor so I don't lose him. There we go. And that's how you deal with the Chozo ghosts. Okay, that's power bombs. Yes. But there's vines that block that door, and you can't get in the normal way back into this room. I am happy, though, I did find the power bombs. It's not what I was looking for, honestly, but it'll save me some time. Right, so now I gotta do some looking around. It's not even the door that had vines on it. I'm pretty certain there's no power-ups in that room, but I might as well go look. This is why Metroid Prime's better, because it's a single-player game. Don't have to worry about people with other skills involved. Alright, so let's go take a look. I'm pretty certain there wasn't a power-up in that section there. But it's been so long, honestly, like, there's vines, don't worry about it. We just go through it all. Yep, go through all that. It's good. Poisonous weeds, which also slow us down. See, and I'll know. That would be pretty upsetting. Just be like, oh good, right where it needed to be. Alright, we want to go left. Yep, that's the door I want. Just go on through here. Whoop, I'm stuck. There we go. It's the collision boxes for your character and walls can sometimes not be in agreement. We're not gonna try to touch the plants. There we go. And then jump up here. There we go. So we're just doing a little bit of backtracking here. Nothing to see here. The other big thing that's happened is today Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles dropped on the consoles, so that's pretty exciting. It does, by the way, have a demo version of it that you can play, so that's pretty awesome. I think it's the first 3 dungeons you can actually play of the game, so you don't even have to fully commit to it. You can just test it out, see what you like. I can't see where the tunnel... There it is. It is in front of me. Okay. I couldn't see where it was. I was like, I know there's a tunnel here that I'm trying to take. The big thing... Like, we haven't purchased it yet because it is on the Switch. Okay, yes. Keep that in mind. That's important to know. Yeah, so there wasn't a power-up because it was just the tunnel. I know there's a little bit area. I'm pretty certain we checked here and this was just the missiles. Yeah. There's a Kingdom Hearts game coming out. It's a beat game, for lack of a better word. It's not super exciting. It is supposed to have an original story mode. But I'm trying to think, because I don't think you've actually played a Beats-type game. That's, think like DDR, basically, but just with the controllers instead of a dance pad. That's what it is. So, not entirely super excited. However, it contains not only music from, like, the Kingdom Hearts world itself, but it also have Disney songs as part of that mix. So, that's the good news. By the way, these elevators, you can see in parentheses, like it tells me where it goes, the Great Tree Hall upper, and then Frigate Crash Site. That's something the randomizer's done. It tells you where these elevators go to exactly. This is helpful because I never remember which one goes to the frigate and which one doesn't. Like, I've always had trouble remembering which one it is, especially in a randomizer setting. But we're back to my original story here. We're waiting for the... Oh, I should just take care of this in case I go back here again. This isn't a big problem, especially since I have the gravity suits. Technically didn't even have to. Oh, that actually worked really well. Didn't think it was going to go that smoothly. I will take a quick save here just because I have the updated map. But we haven't bought Crystal Chronicles yet because there's supposed to be a version of Crystal Chronicles coming out on the smartphones, iOS and Android. And they haven't released that yet. But the thing is with the Crystal Chronicles is that if you have one person who's bought the full game, everyone else can just have the light version, the demo version, and so long as they're playing with that particular person who's got the full version in a party setting, they can play the full game with them. So ideally you only need to buy the game once and then you're set. And that's kind of what we're waiting for at this point back here, is waiting for the... because we don't have multiple switches. But the game is cross-compatible. Although, weirdly enough, region-locked, if I remember correctly, reading about that. It's an odd quirk there. Okay, so I know I don't have to go back through the Frigate Crash Site, but... I missed the door? Oh. No, because that goes to Phazon, right? Yeah, no, because that's Phazon. I missed the door. Okay, I'm going to try to work my way back there. Easiest way. I'm pretty certain it's actually just connected to the Frigate Crash Site. Okay. Pretty certain. Yeah, because I can't go the way I want to go, and that has the plasma beam there door anyway. There we go. So we're gonna walk our way through this the third time in a row. But at least this time I know why I'm going here, which is to go find that particular door again. Hopefully. So we've seen all this before. Weirdly, I'm not doing anything different either, because the last time we went through, I also had the heat visor. Hi there. No. Alright, switch to this, hit that, hit. There we go. You can see it's a little finicky sometimes. Just roll around. There we go. Oh, I thought the door would be closer. Alright. Locked onto it. Yes! See, I don't need to listen for the sound as much anymore because now I can see when I've hit it correctly. Alright, now I need to just exit out of this mode. Actually, I should probably just stick to this. I can at least paralyze them with charged wave shots, which is good news. Alright, and then... whoops. Hit the corner. My fat bod. There we go. Perfect. Alright, this time hit the switches for sure. Nope. Scan that. I'm probably gonna need this soon anyway. Look at that. Ah, this was Energy tank 14. Okay. That should be all of them. I could be wrong, and I'm still at 13, because it's hard to count the blue boxes. Is it a... No. I could just... I forget. I could just do that. That is easier. At least these creatures show up actually better in the heat visor. It's a little bit more tricky to see platforms, though, because everything's purple. But you can live with it. I'm gonna let that body fall so it doesn't eat my inputs again. There we go. Samus, that's without an H. We certainly don't need the weather anyway. Certainly don't need it. It's gonna be like 102 by the time it's still like 6 o'clock here. So I don't want any of your guff. Irish, indeed. Alright, just take care of the turrets. Oh, I should have this. Perfect. Switch to X-ray visor, because I can. Because if I remember, this was just the missile pack that was hidden here. Yep, it's just a missile pack, but I'm going to grab it. Spelling's hard. How do words work? There we go. 103 degrees. At least ours is a dry heat. Has been for the past 5 months. Alright, just blast my way through. Pull out the visor once again. Remembering this is here. Just fall down. Lock onto that one. Go over here. Don't lock into those guys. There we go. I guess it's a little bit weird that it's August and you're getting some summer heat, but what do I know? I would just blame that on the humidity. That's what I would do. There we go, yes, just burn my way through. Yep, there we go. Smooth ride through. Alright. This was also missiles, so I don't have to worry about that whole experience. Dry heave. It's just sickening indeed. Indeed. Alright. Let that open the door. Okay, so that door, that's what I thought. It was part of the crashed frigate. Good to know. I didn't purposely miss that door. That would have been a different story. Alright, I do know there's a check in the Phazon Mines, and I kind of wish I had done that when I was there, but I wasn't sure if I needed power bombs or not. We're gonna go experiment. So. Because like I said, I know locations. Don't necessarily know exactly what I need to get everything, but I know it exists. It could be I just needed regular bombs. But it is possible to have at least been able to see through some clever positioning and whatnot what the item was. It's much easier if I just do it. Also, I had no energy tanks when I was passing through that area, and it's filled with poison air pretty shortly after you go through it, so didn't want to do that. I'm trying to think if I can go... I could technically probably go backwards, not saying I couldn't. What did I say? A check? A check? I think that's probably what it was. It's probably said check. Should have checked it while I was there. forget these are the heavy turrets, and boy, this one. Alright, missiles it is. Thought I could take it. Yeah, checking the mines. There we go. Alright. There we go. That's that. We don't have to you can powerbomb that wall, but we don't need to. And I have heat visor, boys, so alright, they don't freeze until I actually hit them with the charge beam. But that's fine now. No, I want to keep this because there's going to be more. You can see they're just hanging from the sky. But these are more cloaked pirates. Good thing about cloaked pirates though is they don't have an arm cannon, so they only go in for the melee attacks. Makes my life a little bit easier to work with. Just trying to get around the pillar there. Alright. So we'll just go up here. Missiles are underappreciated. Except they're not. They can drop ammunition. In that case, they were dropping energy. So this fight's gonna go a lot smoother than last time. So we have the charge beam, which is just by in itself pretty darn useful. Because it also stuns these guys. But if you want a little bit of fun, we could do a beam combo. Kind of like how the super missiles we've been using. The wave beam here has a particular just eat beam here. You just lock on. Drains missiles like crazy. Costs 10 to use it, I think. And then once per, I think it's half a second. But it makes pretty quick short work of them. It's just fun to do. You will burn through that ammunition like crazy, though. No, I need this because it's a wave door up above us. There we go. Go, because we got some more cloakers. True story. And picked up some more ammunition. I was trying to hit. There we go. That's what I'm trying to hit. Trying to get rid of the barricade. I know it's there. There we go. All good on the front. Open the door. Open the door. Oh, I thought of... There we go. Alright. That was unusual. Hadn't seen that before. Regular pirates I can take care of pretty easily. But I just remembered there's an item in this room, conveniently enough. This guy can hold an item. You need power bombs to uncover him, but I don't know when the trigger is that happens. For when he's... Okay, it's now. I can bust him out now. This is good news. So this is Alpha Pirate. It's a pirate who's been infused with Phazon. You can see it looks all gross and bulbous. Very similar to the Omega Pirates we faced before on last time. I think we actually faced him twice. He's out and about now. He's not messing around. Just taking pot shots at him when we can. There we go. Alright. Good. Okay, so that's definitely energy tank number 14. There we go. We found every single energy tank. I've never actually done that before in a randomizer. But that was well done. See, we couldn't do this before because we needed a boost ball. But we have now solved that problem. There's turrets, yes, but we can ignore them for now. There's more pressing matters. These guys here, the wave pirates. But we can just kind of keep charging our beam and trying to, in essence, stun lock them? Because they won't move every time I hit them with a charge beam attack. Alright, this will lower the barrier, but also lower the platforms. You can see that turret's angry. It's not happy. Switch out, please. I'm gonna switch to power beam so I can use the super missiles on these guys. I think that's just gonna go over nicely. And then hit that one with the super missile, because he won't see that coming. Nope, I fell down. Do not want an angry turret. No siree. Alright. Yep, I can hear the other turret. He's a little angry. We got these yellow pirates. Simple enough to deal with. Dang it. I was hoping I was going to get that shot off. Just made it somehow behind the platform. It's unusual. Alright. Unfortunately, that turret's still there. But now I know he's angry. So we're gonna... Nope, nope. I still locked onto him though, which is fine. That's all that mattered. Locking onto him so I can take him down with ease. Because those guys take 3 missile shots anyway, there's no use trying to save missiles just to conserve 2 missiles. Like, I might as well go all the way through. So we're gonna spin this for quite a ways. We're spinning this laser turret. Well, I guess it's technically a mining laser. That should be good. Been a while. There we go. Okay, it's just more missiles. Good. Because I would have hated it if it was something useful like the plasma beam I've been trying to find for a long time. Still have another check at least to go through. Alright. Fire again. This is the first time. Yep, found 5 more missiles to add to the count. That's what. Every single missile pack is 5 missiles added to my drop. Alright, so we have this, which I think should be... Well, normally it's a normal fight. Like, there's supposed to be pirates, Metroids, something to work with. I completely don't remember which platform I'm supposed to line this up with. Can't remember. Hang on. Okay, it's the left side. Got it. Just rotate round for days. Ugh. It's a little tricky sometimes getting the right timing. So we just go this way. And then I can go through... I can't go through any doors. No doors are on my level. This is where the map becomes a little bit tricky to read. I will admit that. Because that top door goes back to the beginning part. So I want the middle ice door. Yeah. I want one more level above me, essentially. That's what's happening. I don't think I can reach... Yeah, I can't reach that. I'm not good enough. That would require some insane jumping. If I jumped on top of this, though, could I? Possibly. Nope. Experimenting away. I bet there is, though. I bet somebody's figured out the exact level of awesomeness you need to do to reach that. Lining up the reds, which also requires more bombs. There we go. Well, on the red floor, I should be able to get to the top floor if needs be. Just roll along. Jump peak ratio. There's only so much. Alright. So we go through this door. That's whoops, I didn't even turn far enough. First time, every time. Alright. We drop down. Easy. And then just continue our way through. We gotta scan this one. so that we can go down the elevator. Just gotta keep on moving. If it's honestly not at this location, we'll be a little bit upset by that. We'll feel like I've been cheated. I know I don't need to grab that item, because I've already got it, but when you shoot that, it takes care of the cloakers that are hiding in the ceiling as well. So, little tidbit information there. Just something you can do pretty easily. Cloakers again. Gonna stick with Plasma Beam, takes a little bit too much time to try to switch back. And because they're cloakers, they don't have that much health. So I can just spam shots here. There we go. Alright. Probably gonna need the Ice Beam. There's usually ice guys lying in wait. And if it isn't ice, that's okay. But nobody's here. There you are. Yeah, nope. Got him. Got him. All that bar is completely filled. I was like, well, it's definitely got to be fully up and loaded. So I believe the upgrade's in there. I just gotta see. You can see it like briefly through the grating. Okay, that is Plasma Beam. I can tell for sure. Anyway, you can see the poison is hurting. Luckily, it's not the entire room. Bendesium, that's a power bomb thing. Yeah, I didn't want to attempt that last time. Obvious reasons there. So we're gonna clear. So it was here this entire time. I could have grabbed it. The thing is I couldn't have gotten out with it because I didn't have Boost Ball, which I needed to get back out. So that's a thing to work with. But now we can get out of here. Well, this is good news indeed. So that's all items we need. Gonna get ourselves back out of this terrible, terrible place. Yep, there's Invisibles, don't worry about them. They're just wondering who stole from the cookie jar. No big worries here. Just... Luckily, we can go through this little... It's technically not the area I wanted to go through, if I'm being honest. But it takes me to over here, which is going to take me to the Magmore Caverns. It's not terrible, honestly. Just a bit of jumping around. I was going to go all the way back to the top of Phazon Mines, but this will do. Yep, we're going to take the path that's given to us. It's not a terrible thing. I want to be on this spider track? Yes, indeed. There we go. What I was going to do is, back in that room with the rotating spider tracks that I was doing, we could go up to the top there, and that's like a shortcut that takes us back to the beginning of Phazon Mines, which would take us to Talon Overworld underside, which then we could use to get back up, because I want to be in Talon Overworld, but this will do just nicely. We do have this annoying turret, and of course it's a heavy turret, so it's going to take 3 missiles. The charge shot is mostly just to stop it from hurting us, but as you can see, that didn't work out so well. I needed to pull up the X-ray visor so I could see the platforms I had to jump to, because that's a little dark. It might be... We do need those spider tracks in real life. Like, I don't know if it is for you, but it's a little dark for me. And that's kind of normal for this game. This section of Phazon Mines is... There's actually a couple of sections that are actually quite dark. But It's part of the deal here. I don't need to use the grapple beam. You use that grapple beam ideally because you're trying to not hurt yourself on the Phazon. But it's because I have the Phazon suit, I don't get hurt by this particular type of Phazon. More on that later. But grappling is a little bit faster if you get the speed off. It requires just some smooth sailing off of it and whatnot. So we're gonna go this way, which we've come here through numerous times before already. And we're gonna just work our way back. It's a little bit of trip to get back to Talon Overworlds through this way, but not the most terrible scenario. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Gonna need to switch to Wave Beam again. Gotta open these doors. Wasn't gonna plan on taking a bath in the lava, but it just happens. Luckily, we're gonna save at the ship, which will refill everything we've got. So that's good news there. Oh right, it's not a normal door yet. My mistake. I will, however, claim you. That's really tricky to do, by the way. That might look a little bit easy, but trust me, that requires a little bit of quick reactions to pull off that kind of crazy beam. And the floor is lava. We lose at this game consistently. Alright, here it goes. This is the elevator that will take us back up. So, the normal of max missiles you can have in this game is 250. We have 105 missiles as our max, so that tells you how many upgrades that we've left behind. Still have to find kind of deal around. And since you get 5 per every upgrade, it's quite a bit. Luckily, really don't need missiles in Metroid Prime as much as you do in like the other Metroid games, specifically the other 2D ones. But, and even then, like, there's ways that you can work around it. It's just that the beams definitely have a bigger impact here on enemies, and the missiles are more used for necessary encounters. It's freezing up because I'm jumping in water. It doesn't like to do that. Freeze the plant, shoot it down, miss the door while we're at it. I thought I actually missed twice. That was what that third shot was. I was like, wow, was I just that terrible? Alright. All that work. There we go. Finally reaching Journey's End here. I'm so used to not having the plasma beam that I totally forgot I have it. Like, I could totally use it on some of these enemies. The plasma beam is the strongest beam, and it just makes quick work of everything. It technically does have a travel time like the other beams do, so you can technically miss with using the beam, but it's pretty fast, all things considering. It does also have a limited range, although that range is pretty ridiculous to... Like, you have to shoot pretty far for it to not hit. Saving is pretty big. Especially when you can use it to refill all your stuff. That's the best kind of save. Alright, open this door. Alright. So, part of the story of the Metroid Prime in the original game is you're chasing this creature called Metroid, and he's showing up to do terrible things on this planet. Yada yada. So I can skip this cutscene, which will activate this cutscene, which I can skip. And we got Metroid. So he's up in the air. We're trying to hit. So this is the second to final boss battle. But this is the guy you were originally trying to hunt at the beginning of the game, and then kind of just forgot he was there. There we go. So he's gonna zoom around, it looks like. Yep. Not much I can do about this except just dodge. There we go. That was actually really good. Normally he's supposed to sweep over you, but we kind of bugged out there for a hot second. Right. Ridley has always been the sort of the main rival of Samus. This one being a meta one is sort of a mechanical version of Ridley. I believe he would be probably closer to being like a cyborg. He would be a Mega Ridley if he were bigger. Nope, nope, nope. Yep. Gotta watch out for that melee stuff. There we go. Ridley's boss music is actually probably one of my more favorite boss musics in gaming history. And since he's pretty much a recurring character in the series, you get to hear it quite a bit. He's almost like the Bowser of Mario, except he's not the final boss, as it were. I think there's one game in which he is the final boss. Okay, technically two, but that's a story for a different day. But he is a pretty much a longtime rival of Samus. Also tends to be the leader of the space pirates. It's a little unclear as to like his role is, because he usually ends up working with somebody like in the regular Metroid. It's Mother Brain who's your main target, but she's only in charge of the planets that you're on, not in charge of the space pirates per se. So it's a little weird. Alright. Just keep hitting him in the chest. That's his weak spot. True story. Feel free to come back anytime, Meta Ridley. Like, he moves so fast you can't really hit him, which is unfortunate. Like, if you try to use missiles, good luck with that. You're gonna see them flying around. He flies faster than your missiles. Like, this guy's quick. He's not messing around. Oh, watch out for that deadly beam. As you can see, like, he also hits pretty hard too, because keep in mind, I'm at 50% damage reduction. I've already lost more than 100 health to this guy. Okay, that should be his wings burning off. So we're in phase 2 of Meta Ridley. This is actually the scary part. This is the scary part. So the good news is he no longer has wings. The bad news is he no longer has wings. I definitely have had more luck with using the power beam on this, but his weak spot is his mouth now. But it's a little bit difficult to work with. There we go, yeah, so you can see I could get him. Requires a little bit of leading up into it. There we go, if I jump to the right, just fire a missile, hope for the best. See, that's what we want him to do. We want him to roar at us. You can hit him with missiles if you're lucky, but his hand does tend to block. So that's good news for everybody. Okay, there we go. Now we spam missiles. Unfortunately, that was not a very healthy amount of spamming. I'm not particularly good sometimes. Green or yellow? When I hit him, he glows yellow like that. There we go. This is one of the reasons I saved. So technically we're now on phase 3 because now his chest is heavily damaged. Hurt him in his feelings. Yep, there we go. There we go, it's fine. It's fine, he just hurts a lot. That was super unfortunate that we got caught up in all that, but... There we go. Like, if you could get him with that missile hit, it's very nice. Because, like, the thing with Metroid is his whole body is a hitbox. Any part of you touches his body, it's going to hurt. Yep, and up against that wall, it was bad news, bears. Oh gosh, he wasn't. I thought he was actually going to be stunned, because he took a good number of hits, but apparently not enough. See, and I'm a little bit out of practice, so I'm taking all these pretty much unnecessary hits. I'm trying to jump towards the right, where his hand isn't going to be. It's not working out. Yeah, he's so close. I just need him to get stunned again. And he's not there yet. It's a set amount of damage I have to deal. And it's not quite there yet. Just roll over. Roll over. There we go. There we go. The game's got to process this. One of the few cutscenes. Can't skip. Yeah, a little bit out of practice, but glad we did find all those extra energy tanks because I needed them. Well, that was good stuff there. So now we can access the final area of the game. Not area is a strong word. It's a tiny little place, the Impact Crater. Lore behind it is that meteorites long ago came and crashed down here on the planet, and that's what it started seeping phazon, this highly poisonous substance, everywhere. So that's good news there. There is a save station here, yep. Yeah, I do. I get a chance to heal up right here. I was like, I know there's a save station here. Yep, cool little backstory. You have to actually, like, go and search all the lore and whatnot for that. But that's, like, just the small snippet of it. So this stuff here, this stuff is also phazon, but this is red phazon, which hurts me even in my phazon suit. It's like highly corrupted phazon. So that's no bueno there. This room we want to try to navigate through quickly. There's Metroids in this area, specifically 2 of them. If I kill them, it'll be on a respawn timer. Oh, he knocked me. Didn't think he was going to. It's alright. It's alright. To be fair, the first time like you play through this game, most of the cutscenes are unskippable. So I'm gonna let this guy latch onto me, so I can destroy him with a power bomb, because he's just gonna cause problems. So he's gonna spawn pretty quickly, like within a minute. And there's a second guy floating around up higher. So we don't want any of that. And you can hear him basically scream at you when they've noticed you. I'm gonna go here real quickly, because this is an ammo station. I would like to get my missiles back. Gonna help a little bit in the upcoming final boss fights. Not necessarily a whole lot, but just will make the time pass a little bit faster. On a weird stroke of luck, the Metroids haven't noticed me. These Metroids, by the way, so these are special Metroids called Fission Metroids. F-I-S-S-I-O-N, by the way. There we go, there's the other one. I want both of them to be caught in this one blast. Oh, the other one's alive. That's not good. He's circling the platform. Stop it. Go away. Go away. Okay. We're a little bit calmer now. I can see him. He's following me on my little radar. There's the second one that just spawned in. Alright. Here, I'm just going to jump straight across. You can use the spider trackball, but you can also just take 1 point of damage and just leap across. Just gone fishing. So, a little backstory behind this boss while it loads the cutscene here. This is the Metroid Prime. This was a Metroid that was experimented upon by the Space Pirates with experiments with the Phazon to see if they could make, essentially, the ultimate Metroid. It went a little bit crazy. It's also a little bit larger than the Metroids we have been fighting, as you can see. But one of the lore stories that you could find tells of how the Metroid, as it was expanding and whatnot, basically took a space cannon and attached it to itself as part of its armor. So, that's cute and all. Okay, yep. That's unfortunate, but he did take quite a bit of damage from my little wave buster, which is alright. So he will show us very specific color, and you have to have the right beam for it in order to get past it. Okay, alright. Was not expecting it to actually reflect that. Normally it hits like that. Yeah, there we go. Super missile does sure work. Yep, so he's perfectly impervious to everything. But except for the one beam of whatever color it is. So this one, phase 2, is going to be a little bit different. Every time that he reaches a threshold point of damage, he's going to charge to the other side of the room, and that's why there's these little gullies there. He can still hurt you, by the way. That doesn't change a thing. And every time he charges, he's going to change colors as well. There we go. There we go, that's what we want to see. He did send out his little things. Get up, get up. That'll do. That'll do. Sent his little shoulder charge things here. Not particularly happy. They're a little bit difficult to get rid of. Alright, so now he's ice. Those little things, by the way, they really hurt and they make me lose my arm cannon for a bit. So that's cute. I do have Icebreaker. Sweet. That makes that so much easier. Icebreaker actually does a huge amount of damage when it hits its target. Just so happens that the Metroid Prime can't really take that as much. Not a particular weakness, just how much damage the Icebreaker does. I don't even know if that's its actual name. Okay, so this one we just have to keep shooting and keep holding back. That's the hope you have there. Alright, just hold out here. There we go. See if we can get a couple shots in before he switches. We don't want to get hit by that ice beam because it'll freeze us if we... Oh no! And we have to press B to rapidly jump out of it. I want to save my missiles at this point, also because I don't think I have enough of missiles to use the Icebreaker anymore. But I want to get rid of these bubbles because they really hurt. They also drop resources, so I'm going to try to use that to pick up stuff, then use the Icebreaker. Yeah, getting in the ditch is pretty much how I can stay undamaged. But as you can see, you kind of just bounce around when he runs by. Nope, nope. First off, I have the wrong beam. If I get hit by that beam, it makes me lose my ability to target him for a little bit. The more I'm caught up in the beam, the more I lose my ability to lock onto him. So we don't want to get hit by that. Breaking the ice, indeed. Like I said, I don't really know if that's the actual name of the thing, but it works for me. All right. Luckily, that's just a regular beam. It does hurt, but I mean, that's okay. You can see he takes like a little breather after that. Oh no! Oh no! I accidentally pressed the Y beam. But it's okay. Taking a body hit like that and being able to back up afterwards is perfectly fine. Come on. Let go of me. There you go. Okay, he should. Yeah, should be ready for the next phase. So this phase, he can now transform at will, instead of being before it was a set amount of damage and whatnots on his life. He can now freely change, which makes things a little bit difficult. Yeah, no, it's a big battle. This ain't messing around here. Try to pick up these. Of course, get caught up in the ice. Wait for him to stop. We want to see wave beam or plasma beam. Those are pretty consistent hitters. Ice beam's not bad, but we want him to hold still. Okay, that's unfortunate because I didn't get rid of the bubbles. As you can see, the bubbles are a little close, and they take 2 eye shots to get rid of. No, no, I'm not done switching. Alright, we didn't get hit by that melee attack. That's the big thing. If we get hit by that melee attack, it hurts quite a bit. Alright. Just use a super missile on you while I've got the chance. The second one, I don't think made it. Get rid of the bubbles. Quite a bit of missiles now. Wait for a third beam. Fire the missile. Perfect. So he still takes a threshold amount of... Oh, we're a little bit too close because it bounced us that way. Alright, we're okay with the wave beam. Okay, as you can see, he switched immediately to power beam. Yeah, I'm jumping over those beams as much as I can. Okay, then he switches to that once the super missile hits. That's cute. It's alright. Got some solid hits. Alright. Okay, back to wave beam. Back to power beam. Back to wave beam. This guy. Back to power beam. Back. Okay, we're on ice beam. At least you're changing it up in more ways than one. We don't really want the ice beam now that I'm out of missiles. So we're just going to stick with single shots. Because the charge shot does travel a little too slowly. And there's a very specific part we're trying to hit him with. Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. There is like an audio signal you can use to tell when he's changing. And then the color, obviously, if you can keep your eye on that as well, but... Okay, there we go. Plasma beam is the best. Okay. Nope, nope. Just going back to plasma beam. Okay, there we go. That's it. Plasma beam is actually one of the better ones we want to see. Alright. So that was the first phase of Metroid Prime that we went through. with all those mini phases. I was gonna think about using the chapstick, but I can't find it. He is barely alive. There's apparently a little bit of delay between the chat from what I'm reading and what I'm experiencing in-game. That's alright, I'll make deal with that. So this is what the actual Metroid Prime looks like without all that armor he had on earlier. This is actually pretty much a glorified cutscene. I can't damage him at all. He's completely invincible. Chapstick, indeed. Yep. So we have to wait him to do a very specific thing. He needs to drop some Phazon for us to use. That's the animation we're looking for. But every time he does that, he changes his spectrum, if you will, so we have to find him again. And he only shows up in one very specific visor. But then we can hurt him with the Phazon he generates, which is our hyper mode. Right, I have to unlock there. Technically speaking, you can hurt him without the visor. It's one of the reasons why technically visor is not required. However, you have to try to hit him completely invisible. Like, you can't even see him charging up for his attacks. Like, it's just pretty sad face. Alright, so he's gone. He lays Metroids at some point as well, so you're gonna see me lay down some power bombs. Like, I forget exactly when he starts dropping Metroids, but the Metroids are annoying to work with, and so we just lay a power bomb, and that will kill any of the Metroids. Other than that, we just gotta it's very hard to die. It can still happen, but if you keep your distance and just watch him and all that, like, you'll do just fine. There we go. There's the Metroids. So they can be regular Metroids, adolescent Metroids, or they can be the Fission Metroids. And ideally, we don't want to deal with any of that. I didn't have to grab those missiles, but I did because I didn't want them to feel alone. Just gotta wait it out. Yep, just keep on going. You can see this guy is actually, like, quite huge too. Like when we're up and close and personal, like, he's quite crazy. So there he goes. So now he can change his spectrum on the fly. That's just something we have to deal with as well, on top of him just being invincible. But yeah, it's honestly, we're just waiting for him to to produce some Phazon for us. Like, we're honestly, like, we're pretty close to him. Like, it's quite scary, like, how close we are. Like, this guy, super close right now to us. There, yep, just headbutts me like that. So it's ideally to keep your distance, but that's how large he is like, he can hit us. He can hit you without seemingly being able to from the distance. Alright, come on. Anytime you wish to use your Phazon attack, that'd be nice. Yeah, I think you have to, it's 4 times you have to go through the Phazon pool. But I believe there is a trick. I don't know how to do it, but in speedrunning you could do it in 3 times. There's like a bit of like optimization with the button pressing and whatnot, so you can actually deal more damage than how you're supposed to do it. Like, I forget the exact number of times, if it's 4 normal times, 3 speedrunning times, or 2 speedrunning times, 3 times. But it's just, there's nothing I can do. I just have to wait it out. There we go. Luckily, he switches between the spectrums pretty quickly as far as, like, which one he's going to... As far as, like, what you can tell which one it is. So it doesn't take long. If you don't see it when you switch to one visor, you just switch to the other. Thank goodness the scan visor isn't a thing you have to do. You can't even attack in scan visor. Come on, buddy. Give me your phase on. I'll be back here if you need me. Just gonna be chilling. Just gonna be chilling here. There we go. There's adolescent Metroids. One hit me, unfortunately. I think one survived. Yep. Just use the hyper mode to get rid of him there. There he is. Yep, had to go through one more time anyway. I knew that. I was like, there's no way it's going to let me get away with that. There we go. If I have the right visor, this will be fine. Can't believe I missed one of the Metroids with the power bomb. That's unheard of. I don't think I was close enough. There we go. That's beautiful. There's the Fission Metroids. Alright, let's look around. There he is. He's just in normal mode. That's it. That is that. Metroid Prime Randomizer complete. That took quite a while. That took quite the effort. Mostly trying to find where that plasma beam was. Nailed it. But I'm gonna sit through the cutscenes because at the end of it all, it shows me like what my final time was and item completion. More curious about the time completion. But because that took, I don't know, this was probably the 4th stream I've done this, so at least 4 hours. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. But yeah, no, I love the Metroid Prime games. Love the Metroid games in general. And the randomizer, finding that was just a huge thing for me. I was like, yes. Well, that's that. That was quite an adventure, though. Trying to find seriously, so Boost Ball and Plasma Beam were both very difficult finds to go through. I don't even think I can fast forward through this. Nope. So we'll sit through that because I really want to know what it was. Yep. Nice little sneak peek at the end. So there's 3 endings total in the game. Depending on how many items you got. That item we got is just the normal ending. That's where I believe it's 75% or 74% or less items collected total. And I was pretty certain I hadn't gotten 3/4 of the items. Even with all those energy tanks and missile tanks I did collect. I was like, no, there's no way I collected. I got 75%. And then the best... good ending is from the 75 to 99%, and then the best ending is when you get all 100% items. It adds more to it. The good ending, you actually see Samus's face up close and personal, and you see like the ship leave. Doesn't add super whole lot to it, but it does add. The best ending adds, yeah, makes it a different sort of game each time. The best ending of the game actually shows a little bit of a cliffhanger scene, which leads into Metroid Prime 2. Yeah, this game's pretty... It's actually pretty skill intensive. Like watching like some like the speedrunners that actually make use of sort of the glitches and whatnot. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. But it is, like, just learning how the controls work in this game is in itself a feat, because it doesn't play like a first-person shooter like you normally would. Like, I don't, like, because you have to, shooting is with the A button, not with the right trigger, which you would think that would be the thing. Right trigger is what allows me to manually aim, and then left trigger is the lock-on thing. And knowing those two, being able to use both of those, or switch between the two, which one you need and which one you don't need, makes it a little bit more difficult. So that's, I think 2 is as well. I have to double check, but I think when you're manually aiming, oh, there we go, major item locations. So this is new part of the randomizer. This is not part of the normal thing. Yeah, thermal visor, x-ray visor, the phazon suit in the observatory. We knew that. Boost ball, storage depot B. I still hate that. So if you had missed some of these items because you could get to it, flamethrower was for Jana Shorelines. That we skipped out on that. We didn't need that. But if you beat the game, without collecting some of those necessary items, which is actually possible. Yeah, during this randomizer, when I do another seed, it'll list them in a different order. It'll show the different rooms. 61% total time, 3 hours, 58 minutes. That's how long I spent in-game as far as it's concerned. But there were a couple deaths involved. We definitely reset. It doesn't let you reassign buttons and keys here. I will save, why not? Yeah, under 4 hours. Definitely streaming was more than 4 hours, though, but good to see. Because the fastest I've done was about 3.5 hours in-game time. And that's specific for me to say in-game time because the clock stops at very specific things, like elevator transitions. The timer stops and then resumes once you've got control of Samus again. So all of that stuff. I think the extras doesn't hold the options. I'm trying to find where the options are at. Okay, so that's good to know. I could put on the Metroid Fusion suit. So that's part of the, this is part of the randomizer things, these extra stuff. Normally you would have to connect to your GameCube with Metroid Fusion. But thankfully they just have that there. Maybe next time I'll play with the Fusion suit. I think it's under... Nope. I wanted options, but I guess that's not gonna work. But I will end there. There is I think it's actually inside the in-game menu, but there's an options to change. It changes the look of the suits, the Fusion suits, which was actually a really nice thing because they were both released pretty much at the same time, honestly. So having the Fusion suit allows you to play with the Fusion suit Samus. I prefer this look of the suit, but the Fusion suit isn't bad, and it's the only time you'll see it as a 3D model, really, so. But that's the good stuff there. Yeah, options like, there's a lot of stuff for visor display. You get control axis, which is the reverse Y-axis, and you can swap beam controls, the A and B buttons around, which I already had to do, but specifically for this controller. When you're manually aiming, it is reverse control, so pulling down on the joystick makes you look up, and pushing forward on the joystick makes you look down. That's all preference. I'm so used to playing Metroid Prime that I keep it at the defaults because I got used to it. But that's what it is. You would have to change that. Other than that, I can't change buttons inside the game. I would have to change it inside the emulator settings and stuff. And to be fair, I don't want to change the lock-on or my aiming because I need those where I can access them and still be able to hit, jump, look around, and whatnot. Because it's, like, as you can see, like, I can lock on to sometimes it's a little bit tricky trying to make my left trigger work on the emulator. But you can lock onto a space, and then I can hold the right trigger while still keeping the left trigger to move and then lock on to another position. So it makes sense to have them as triggers. That way I can jump, still shoot, even use, I don't even have the flamethrower, so I can't even use the beam combo. But, yep. So that's... And the only reason I switched the beam controls is that, for the beam combo, I have to hit, 2 buttons at the same time. Like, I have to hold the charge beam, and then I hit the Y button. If I keep the shooting at A button, I have to reach across the controller to get to it. So I just keep it at B, and so that way I can hit the missile button much more easily. But yep, that was fun. That was a good run. Glad I got to finish that adventure. I might do another randomizer seed next time, but I do plan to come back tomorrow regardless. Whether it be another seed or another different adventure. Haven't quite decided yet. There's definitely options for days to look into there. But I will let you be. I'm sure you got dinner waiting on for you. I've got stuff to do. And Hobbs has actually been super nice because I fed him just before I streamed and then he got super sleepy. But I'm certain as soon as I get up off the chair, he will go into super hungry mode. But yeah, I'll let you know. Tomorrow about me streaming and all that. We'll see how that goes. I will. You two also enjoy your evening. Stay safe and stay inside away from the heat. It's terrible out there. But I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.